Hi, and welcome to our very first episode of Lynxrivertalk. I'm Matt, this is Kiara.
Hi.
Um, Basically, we're going to be joining you every week.
On Sunday.
Yes, on Sunday, good point. And we're going to be uploading a video where we review every show episode by episode. This week, since it's our first episode, we're not going to bother doing a show. We're just going to kind of give you an introduction. I'm going to kind of do a summary of the show. Kiara, before that, Kiara's going to go over the geographics of the set of the show. And then we're going to go over some topics to discuss. So,
actually, before that, we'll be doing the character intro and then topics.
oh yeah, sorry. I always forget something. That's why she's here to remind me of things like that.
So for the town geographics, we're pretty much just kind of trying to show you the setting of the town. So the setting of the show takes place in the small town of Lynx River, hence Lynx River Talk. And the town is inhabited mainly by this very small cabin-like built houses where they don't have indoor plumbing. They do have running water, but no bathrooms inside. Like, everybody has outhouses around. And there's also a couple of trailers there. There's the RCMP detachment, which also has the RCMP corporals, living quarters inside upstairs as well. And then the band office with the band hall, the health center with the nurses, had living arrangements upstairs as well. And then there's the store / hotel and restaurant, and the school and church. As you can tell, it's a very small town.
Yep. So I'm going to go over the summary of the show in general. It's for those of you who haven't watched the show before or just kind of want to rehash it. It's a Canadian drama. It is set in the Northwest Territories, north of the 60th parallel, hence the name North of 60. And basically, it is a small, kind of tight-knit community, not a lot of families, and the show kind of starts out slow, but it very quickly develops. The characters develop quite quickly, and the plots get quite intense, and basically, you're kind of left hanging on the edge of your seat, and sometimes, maybe even crying a little bit because it gets a little emotional at times as well.
Honestly, my husband introduced me to it when we first started dating, and I didn't think much of it. I didn't think I was gonna like it. I didn't think that it was gonna catch my attention and grab my heartstrings, and reel me in and wanting me more, and it very well did. Even when I was 17. So it's a great show, and we've watched it plenty of times since.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we'll go with the character introduction.
Yeah. So first we have Shirley Saki. She's the school teacher, and she's a council member. Mm-hmm. And we do see her quite a bit in the opening episodes in the first season.
Mm-hmm. Yes, these aren't arranged by main characters. It's kind of whatever order
random order.
Whatever order it let me put it in. And then we've got Peter Kennedy, the band chief who's been in term for 2 more terms, who banned alcohol, and is a married father of 2.
Uh-huh. And then we have the newcomer, Eric Olson. As I said, he just got into town. He's transferred from Vancouver. He was undercover, and now he's there. He's the father of 2 kids, and he's married, but he's by himself right now. His family hasn't come with him yet on assignment.
Lisa and Andy.
Yeah, right.
And then we've got the lovely Sarah Burkett, the town nurse.
And she's, kind of known to be, I guess, a little bit uptight at first. Harris Miller, he's the band manager. I guess that's somewhat of a secretary position. He kind of takes care of the day-to-day business for the band.
Yes, he's second fiddle to the second fiddle to the band. He helps out Peter very much.
Yeah.
Rosie Dela works at Jerry's store, restaurant, motel, and she's mother of 3, Wayne, Nisa, and Leo.
And one of the main stars of the show, Michelle Kennedy, she's sister of Peter. She's an RCMP officer. She's a recovering alcoholic, and she is a single mother.
Of 1.
Yes, 1 child, Hannah.
Albert Golo, former chief of Lynx River, bootlegger, single father of 3 to Herbert, Walter, and Nathan.
And TV Tanya, the town punk, sporting his studded leather jacket there, and he's one of the primary...
Classic hairdos.
Yeah, one of the primary guys that Eric has to deal with when he gets there from Vancouver.
Marie Tanya, TV's little sister, very quiet girl, but sweet.
And Hannah Kennedy, she's the daughter of Michelle, more or less a quiet kid as well. She's studious, doesn't, pays attention to her studies quite a bit.
And she's friends with Marie. Jerry Kisilenko, owner of store, restaurant, motel.
And quite the character.
Yes. Very much so.
There we have the beloved Elsie Sache. She is the grandmother of TV. She is a town elder, and she is known
to TV.
Yeah, to TV as Etsu, because that is the name. Sorry, for grandmother in Dene.
Ellen Kennedy, wife of Peter. She is the mother of 2 and currently expecting.
There we have Joe Gamba. He is friends with Leon. Leon's more or less the only person at this point who's friends with Joe, because Joe was kind of outcast from the community for disrespecting an animal, a caribou, when he was hunting. He is a trapper and hunter, and he lives outside of town. He doesn't live in a cabin, he just kind of lives in a tent.
And then we've got Leon Dela, husband of Rosie. He is the town drunk and alcoholic. His major friends are Joe, Eric, and character unmentioned George.
Then we have Lois Tenya. She has the wonderful task of being the mother to TV.
And Marie.
And Marie as well, who doesn't give her nearly as much trouble. And yeah, that's basically her day-to-day responsibilities. TV keeps her hands full.
Joey Smallboat, TV's friend and sidekick. If you're looking for somebody to get in trouble with, he is your boy.
Yeah, very loyal.
Yes, but he will get his hands dirty as well.
Nathan, speaking of getting your hands dirty, is the son of Albert. He's the youngest of all the sons. He is, assists with his father's bootlegging operations.
Sam Kiza, council member, Golo supporter, owner of Axe.
Yeah, you get the fabled axe.
Shh. Don't tell him.
And there we have Willie Sache. He runs the airstrip. He's the council member, and he borrows the axe.
Axe borrower.
Yes, that's
His title.
one of his occupations.
One of his titles. Roland, he is a council member and father of 4. So that is it for our character introductions.
Yeah.
As for our discussion, I've changed up the usual thing. Usually we'll have more based on an episode or characters or some sort of topic kind of like that. But this one's more kind of point of view where you get to come to Lynx over yourself. So, after a rough 10 years on the job, you've been transferred from large city life to a small town. You enter the small, remote northern town of Lynx River. You are to be the new, this is for you to choose, RCMP Corporal, news manager, nurse, band manager. Sorry.
It's alright. Happened. Okay, so
Which one is your choice?
I'm going with band manager. I mean, I think most guys probably lean towards the RCMP, but
I think the band manager suits you better. So you would look great in red.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see myself being heavy-handed enough to be a cop. I'm not sure. But anyways, I think that's what I'd go with.
I think I'd have to do the same, honestly.
Yeah, Kiara has good organizational skills.
It's definitely the more interesting for me, at least. So when you get to town and everything goes well, whatever. After this, what does your first day on the job, look like?
Well, I assume, taking over, I'm going to have a lot of work to do because probably, either the previous band manager has been fired or maybe there's been a regime change. So, I'm thinking my first day is going to be busy. And I'm going to have to do, a lot of paperwork, and I'm probably not going to get to look around much and figure out what's going on too much. I'm just going to be too busy working.
Yeah, mine will probably just have to do with a lot of crying, and tears, and papers throwing about.
You'd probably completely reorganize the whole office.
Oh, I totally would, but I'd also have complete crying moments from just overwhelmedness from the new, yeah. So, 2 months have passed since you arrived in Lynx River. Who have you befriended? And I want you to pick. I know there's lots of people that you could befriend. Hey, we don't want to befriend the whole town. Pick one person that you'd really be close to. Or that you'd want to be.
I think I'd go with Joe Gumba, just because he's the most, interesting guy to me. The fact that he lives, still off the land, and he's just such a wise old guy, and cool looking guy too. He's got, that really cool hair and everything. And he'd probably have some interesting stories if you can ever get him to talk. He doesn't talk a lot.
I think I'd have to pick Rosie. She's a spitfire. let's just say we'll leave it at that. Maybe we'll have a discussion on some of Rosie's personalities later.
Good choice.
Who is your rival in town?
I'd say you'd have to be one of the Golos, so I guess I'll go with Albert, because I think kind of, if I'm going to be friends with Joe, I think I kind of look at Joe as he's like kind of like the good guy, like being one of the town elders and stuff, and Albert's kind of known as like the bad guy in town.
I don't know. I'd be probably either TV or probably TV. He'd probably just annoy me too much.
TV could get under anybody's skin.
Well, especially he does quite a lot of vandalism and troublemaking and all sorts of stuff. So we'll get into that later. So we want to know for you guys in the comments. Who are you? Are you the new RCMP corporal, nurse, or band manager? And what does your first day on the job look like?
Yeah.
And after 2 months in town, who have you befriended? Who have you kissed? And who is your rival? We want to know in the comments below. Thank you. You can also submit your questions and topic ideas for next episode, season 1, episode 1 of North 60. We will be discussing that one, so submit your comment questions via Facebook at facebook.com/lynxrivertalk or email at lynxrivertalk@gmail.com or just YouTube on the comments.
Yeah. Like, share, and subscribe. That's the best way. If you like our videos and you like what we're doing, the best way to get the word out and make our program more well known is to share it. Share it with your friends.
Well, thank you for watching, and join us next week on Lynx River Talk.
Thanks a lot. We appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.